Imagine planting a tiny seed in the soil. Every single day, you dig it up to show people. Look, I planted a seed. Soon, it will become a tree. People look at it. Some laugh. Some say it will never grow. Some step on the soil without caring. And slowly, the seed dies. Not because it was weak, but because it was exposed too early. Your dreams are exactly like that seed. And today, I'm going to tell you a powerful story about a young man who learned the hard way that the strongest dreams grow in silence. In a quiet town surrounded by dusty roads and small houses lived a young man named Arman. Arman wasn't rich. His family struggled to pay bills every month. His father worked long hours as a mechanic, and his mother stitched clothes at home to earn a little extra money. Growing up, Arman watched his parents sacrifice everything, and deep inside his heart, he made a promise. One day I will change our life. But Arman didn't know exactly how. Until one evening, he was sitting in a small internet cafe, watching videos about entrepreneurs who started with nothing and built something incredible. That night, a spark ignited inside him. He decided he would start his own online business. A bold dream for someone with no money, no connections, and no experience. But Arman was excited, so excited that he couldn't keep it to himself. The next morning, he told his best friends at the tea stall, "Guys, I'm starting an online business. One day it's going to be huge." They laughed, not because they hated him, but because they couldn't imagine it. One friend said, "Bro, people like us don't become businessmen." Another added, "You should focus on getting a stable job." Later that week, Arman told his relatives. His uncle shook his head. "Dreams are good, but reality is different." Even strangers had opinions. "You don't have money. You don't have experience. You'll fail." At first, Arman ignored them, but slowly their voices began living inside his mind. Every time he worked on his idea, doubt whispered in his ear. What if they're right? One night, Arman sat alone in his room. The light from his small desk lamp barely filled the room. His notebook was open, filled with ideas and plans. But instead of excitement, he felt heavy, tired, discouraged. He stared at the ceiling and thought, "Maybe I should quit." That's when he noticed something. On the wall was an old photograph of his father fixing a car. Arman remembered something his father once told him when he was a child. His father had been planting a small tree in their yard. Little Arman kept asking him every day, "Why can't we see it growing?" His father smiled and replied, "The strongest roots grow underground, where nobody can see them." That memory hit Arman like lightning. And suddenly he realized his mistake. Arman had been sharing his dreams too early, too loudly, with people who didn't understand them. So that night he made a new rule for himself. From now on, no more talking, no more explaining, no more seeking approval. He would simply work in silence. The next year changed everything. While others slept, Arman worked, while friends wasted hours scrolling social media. Arman studied business and marketing, while people joked about his crazy dream. Arman kept building it quietly. There were failures, many of them. Websites that didn't work, ideas that collapsed, plans that failed. But each failure taught him something new. And slowly, the pieces started coming together. What nobody realized was that something powerful was growing, just like that seed underground. 1 year later, something unexpected happened. Arman launched his business. At first it was small, then orders started coming in. Days later, more orders. Months later, his business exploded. Suddenly, people began noticing. The same friends who once laughed now stared in shock. Wait, when did this happen? Relatives who doubted him started asking for advice. How did you do it? What was your secret? Arman simply smiled and said something they would never forget. When you talk about your plans, people focus on your limits. But when you work in silence, success speaks for you. Not everyone needs to know your dreams. Some people will doubt you, some will discourage you, and some will accidentally plant fear in your mind. Your plans are like seeds. If you expose them too early, they can be damaged. But if you protect them, nurture them, and work quietly, one day they grow into something so big that nobody can ignore them. So remember this: move in silence, work in silence, build in silence, and let your success make the noise. Because the world doesn't respect big talk, it respects big results. If this story inspired you, take a moment right now. Subscribe to the channel and join a community of people who believe in dreams, growth, and powerful life lessons. Every week, we share stories that can change the way you think, and maybe even change your life. And remember, your dream doesn't need everyone's approval. It only needs your dedication. See you in the next story.